CINVet-PODCAST. Veterinary Immunoinfectology Capsules presents a series of podcasts created to explore some of the One Health issues that concern us.
Hi everyone, we are Celia and Laura, veterinary students at the UCM.
Today we present the myxomatosis virus as a biological weapon.
First of all, let's remember what we know about this disease. Myxomatosis is a viral disease affecting rabbits and hares. It causes high mortality, skin tumors, and respiratory disorders. Its etiological agent is a lepropox virus, from the same family as the viruses that cause smallpox. It is currently a disease of great repercussion, very widespread and endemic in Europe. However, this has not been the case until recently. An amazing aspect of the history of this virus is its role as a biological weapon over the years, as its distribution was not natural. This disease is a clear example of how human manipulation and introduction of pathogens into new populations can have catastrophic consequences. We can define biological weapon as every living being, virus or any of its toxic products used to cause death, disablement or any harm to humans, animals and plants. Throughout history, many different countries have experimented with them because of its low cost and its high destructive capacity. Some examples are anthrax, tularemia, smallpox, botulism, among others. This virus was described in Uruguay in 1896, when a batch of rabbits imported from Italy began to suffer the clinical signs of what we know today as myxomatosis: lethargy, anorexia, inflammation of the face, eyes and ears, blindness and high mortality, as opposed to American rabbits which were asymptomatic. Myxomatosis gained worldwide importance when it was introduced in Australia and Europe in the mid-20th century.
In Australia, following the introduction of a group of European rabbits for hunting purposes, the number of rabbits increased and they began to invade the area. Due to the lack of effect that a traditional method of containment had, the use of myxomatosis virus was proposed in the early 20th century. It is believed that between 1938 and 1950, there was a failure in the biosecurity measures and the virus escaped. In the next 2 years, the rabbit population was reduced from 600 million to 100 million. Today, that population has recovered due to the ability of the virus to adapt to his host. This transformation allows the virus to reduce his mortality rate so the transmission can go on. The story in Europe was somewhat less accidental. In this case, the protagonist and cause of the introduction of myxomatosis in Europe was a retired French doctor, Paul Armand Delille. This man, due to problems with local rabbits in his farms, decided to inoculate 2 rabbits with leporexovirus and then free them. 2 years after this inoculation, the rabbit population in the whole country had been reduced to almost 95%. From this moment on, the virus spread throughout Europe, and the consequences were terrible. This wasn't exclusively on an environmental level regarding the decrease in the European rabbit population and its repercussion on the species that fed on them, such as the Iberian lynx or the imperial eagle, but also on an economic level in the synergetic industry. However, for his great deed, this retired doctor was condecorated and received a gold medal with his face on one side and a dead rabbit on the other. And that's it for today. Before ending today's podcast, we propose a reflection for all of you. I'm guessing most of you have heard the question of the famous phrase, does the end justify the means? So do you think this was the best way to wipe out the rabbit population, regardless of the consequences? What do you think would have happened if this has been done in 2023, with the new laws regarding the animal welfare? And lastly, what do you think about the concept of a biological weapon? The fact that microorganisms could be used to wipe out any population. In this case, we're rabbits, but who knows?
Thank you for your attention. Follow the podcast CINVet Capsules, a meeting point for people concerned about human, veterinary, and environmental health.